good to catch up with you guys after 10 years when we started, to really hear whether this program has had lasting impacts, because that's what cultural change is about. And I'm just really keen to hear from you what your experiences are compared with what it was like 10 years ago to where it is now. The fact that you're still employed in the company indicates that, to me, that something's working, because longevity in a company is one of the measures of a healthy culture within the organisation. So I'm just keen to hear from you what your experiences have been over those 10 years, then and now.
So when we first started this, everyone was a bit cynical, a bit negative about it, because Michael had brought some government people through previously to try and help the business. But when he did that, he only involved sort of the key staff. He didn't include any of the workers like the guys here. So it didn't really work, because it was only key staff, you need to do this, and it wasn't just the key staff that needed to make changes in the company, it was everyone needed to be involved. So the difference between that and what you did, you involved all the staff. That sort of worked a little bit better. Well, it did work.
Yeah, that's spot on what we tried before. And we know we had a good business, but we were struggling, and rather than have a process where it was driven from the top down, from myself and key staff, one of the great things about the program that Tony did was it was driven from the bottom up. And by driving it from the bottom up, what we had is we enriched our company, made it a stronger company, had people more engaged, and we had a far more lasting and significant outcomes than we could get with any other sort of process that we'd gone down.
Paul, I recall particularly when we started that you were very, very unhappy in the place, and it was only family that was, and your driving value of family, that was keeping you here. And if you could have told me then that you would still be here in 10 years' time, I would have seriously doubted that that would be the case. And to hear that you're here and joyfully part of the team, that's a really powerful evidence of just what's gone on in this company for the last 10 years.
Well, I feel that what you've done for the company with your exercises and all that, it was important for me, because like to trust the people you work with, you've got to respect them. You have to know them. You need to know their opinions too. And the best way for that is for all of us together, just to speak our mind. And I thought it was very, very important what you've done.
Communication is a lot better. You can talk to Michael now, and he will listen.
Yeah.
And Rick made the environment a lot better, and it's just a second family, because I keep coming back. So yeah, it's a lot better. It's improved 100% to what it was.
You know, it's interesting. Greg talks about this being a second family. He's like our crazy uncle. We love him here, but we all joke about him, and we're a family business, and Greg is highly valued as part of that team.
11 years ago I just had heaps of days off, because I'm not sure Michael was in good mood or bad mood, and now I just keep him working. Since 11 years ago, it's getting better. So I'll come every day, showing up, do my best. Well,
before, we had Ronnie was an example of a staff member who had a high absenteeism, but since we went through the program with Tony, Ronnie's absenteeism is almost non-existent, and if Ronnie has a day off, we have to down tools and go and find him, because we know that there's something genuinely wrong, and his productivity has improved very significantly. It's just been a wonderful thing to see Ronnie's potential be unlocked and unleashed by going through the program. It's been fantastic.